the sun?
No excuses. The surface and the sun are the same for both teams. Obviously, we're disappointed today. I can't criticise my players in terms of their attitude and application. We worked extremely hard. Obviously, we were very dominant with the ball, had a lot of possession, but just couldn't make it tell. Credit to Scarborough, they sat in, they worked hard. The manager got a reaction out of them from the previous couple of games, so we knew that would be coming. But yeah, as much as we pressed and probed, it was disappointing that we couldn't make it tell. So it's hard to criticise the players. They've worked really, really hard. A few of them have had niggles and stuff, so coming to the game a little bit patched, but no excuses. We couldn't make it tell for all the possession that we had. We couldn't really we couldn't put them under enough pressure to get the goal early enough to really try and get something out of it.
You can see the players kept to the game plan throughout the game.
Yeah. I think that the key thing is that I felt like they played with a safety catch on today. We didn't really go all in. I think it was quite easy today to play in front of them and enjoy the ball. And as a footballer, you enjoy when you have possession and you can move the ball. But just don't think we penetrated enough. I don't think that we committed to our passes enough, played forward, run forward, and when it was in key areas, the quick, clever play that we normally have wasn't quite there. So yeah, a day at the office that there's lots of positives in there. Of course, we're extremely disappointed to lose the game. But you have to give credit to Scarborough. They've worked really hard. I think when their second goal went in, I think that was the second shot that they had. But I think if I was I'd like to look back at the game. I don't want to be too emotional about it because when you lose a game, it is quite emotional. But when you look at it, I think to myself that maybe the attitude and the application were there as always, but our focus and concentration wasn't. So focus, concentration. Keeping the safety catch on, we just didn't have enough to really hurt them.
For the first defeat in 9, it's a good start to the season, and one you would be pleased with at the beginning of the season, going into the FA Cup game.
Yeah, it's mixed. Yeah, it's mixed emotions. We put a lot into today, and like I say, we had players playing sort of 80% today, which is understandable. They've been put under sort of a lot of strain, as is every team, over the last sort of month and a half. So. We were coming towards the end of that, so we wanted to get through today to be able to give the lads some energy back. But not to be really disappointed. It's hard to, like you rightly say, I suppose a good start to the season. But when you've just been on the foot for a bunch of winners, it's hard to take.
Yeah, there was the penalty at the end, very nearly a foot back in the game, maybe just a little bit too late.
Yeah, too little, too late. Again, I can't say that we would have gone on and deserved it. Like I say, it's all well and good having all the possession, but ultimately you've got to make it count when it's right. So look, we can take a lot of positives from today. I know that's something that's important. Speaking to my staff there, they're still really upbeat. The players, they haven't come here and just been lacklustre. They've come here and worked hard, but we've just not had enough in the final third, which is crazy when you consider the talent that we've got. But look, it's hard. It's hard when you lose a game. It's important that you don't make any excuses and you learn from it. We're going to have games like this in the season. If we want to get to where we get to, some of these battles might not go our way.
A long trip again next week to Scunthorpe, but one very much look forward to by the fans in the FA Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was the thing I wanted to finish on before you brought it up. There was like the fans were incredible today. It's I think they appreciated the players' application and their attitude, but they've driven a long way. So to be here at the end, clapping us and really appreciating the performance as a whole. It's great to see because football's emotional. A lot of people only see the result, which I understand, but sometimes it's about the performance as well. So look, over the course of the season, you make sure the performances are there and the results will look after themselves. So not today, it's difficult, but yeah, I do just want to say all the travelling fans and all the fans at home who've probably been watching on following social media, that really appreciate everyone's support so far, and we're looking forward to next week's game. It's a brilliant one. Great place to go and enjoy football, big crowd. They're a really strong team, so are we. So we're looking forward to preparing for that in a week.
Thanks, Gavin.
Cheers, mate.